How's it going? My name is Tyler Bodecker here with Massif. I've got our Clipper Windbreaker here. This is designed to be straight up exactly what it sounds like. It's a windbreaker. It's got ripstop nylon fabric, and it's actually packable into its own pocket. It's great to keep in your bag. It's always there when you need it, and you don't know it's there when you don't. But one of the big things, the coolest parts about this is that the pockets are actually Kevlar mesh lined, so you can actually dump out any kind of extra warmth and things along those lines. And then when you pack it, packs into its own mesh pocket, and it goes pretty quickly. And it's still malleable while you've got it packed in here, so you can fit it into some pretty tight spots. It's a great garment here with Massif. This is our Strato Low-Loft Puffy. It's a non-FR jacket utilizing our PrimaLoft Gold insulation, so it maintains roughly 80 to 90% of its warmth even when wet. It kind of re-lofts itself. So, and then from there, you'll notice that this is actually completely reversible. So this one here is actually wolf gray and black. We have black and then OCP, and then we have black so that you can have your agency or anything like that logoed on the back, and then reverse it for sanitizing. It also has a stuff sack in its pocket here, so you can actually stuff the whole garment right in there and shove it in your backpack. And yeah, this is our Strato Low-Loft Puffy. This is Massif's two-piece NAVAIR flight suit. So one of the big features starting out is with our fabric. So this is partnership fabric. It's woven into ripstop, so when you're in aircraft, you get those little cotter key rips, anything like that, it's not going to continue to run. The ripstop will actually stop that from going, and you'll still be operational for the time being until you can get it fixed. From there, getting into some of the feature sets, we've got all of our pockets except for the chest pocket are actually Kevlar mesh lined next to skin for breathability. We've streamlined the pen pocket here. As you normally see on flight suits, you have that flap with Velcro down here, and then that eventually starts to give out, it flaps, people cut it off, and then you end up with a fall hazard. The pen pocket here, the pen goes down in there, and then the top just flips right over the cap to keep it from falling out. Coming down to another feature set here, we actually have shock cord loops inside of the garment. There's two in the front and then one in the back there. Those actually integrate into the flight suit pant belt loops, which I'll show you here. So those actually go right into these belt loops. It hooks pretty much right in there. You go over the top, and then it gives you the protection of a one-piece with the versatility still of a two-piece flight suit. From there, we've reinforced all of our belt loops with an additional fabric on the inside, and it's bar tack double stitched there. All of our trims we swapped over to webbing, as you'll see here, instead of thread, so that it doesn't continue to stretch out and kind of almost change the size of the flight suit eventually. And for durability, it lasts quite a bit longer for sure. We have a large fly zip as well, which I'll return to once I get to the bottom of the pant here. Coming down to one of the other features, the traditional flight suit's always got this J-hook knife pocket. What we've done is we've made it a little bit better. We've lined it with another material inside that's much more durable for the trauma shears, pocket knives, and things like that most people actually use it for. But an additional benefit to that is that you lose a pocket knife or anything along those lines and it falls down. You don't have to sit here and try to really morph it or slide it up there. It takes a little bit extra time. This one you can pretty much just put a little pressure between your hand and your leg and just slides right up and out. It's a lot quicker. The cargo pockets here, traditionally on a flight suit you have a vertical and a horizontal zipper depending on the side of the flight suit you're working with. Ours has a dual access to the cargo pocket, so you've got front access and top access, and it has the continued Kevlar mesh in the pocket there for venting. Working your way down, you've got articulation in the knee, which you can see in these darts here, and then the calf pockets, traditional with flight suits, but it's Kevlar mesh lined again so that you can continue that breathability. And then we have one of the largest doffing zippers in the industry. So from what we've been hearing in the fleet, is guys are able to send about a size 12 boot through a size large pant without hooking the heels. So alert launches, anything like that, response times, it significantly reduces it. And that also, the large fly zip also aids in being able to throw it on over for like rescue swimmers in the Navy, Coast Guard, stuff like that. You can throw it over a TRISAR harness and then walk out to the aircraft and things like that and maintain FR protection, and then pull them off once you need. And yeah, that is our NAVAIR two-piece flight suit. This is Massif's Hellman Combat pant. Similar to our flight suit, it utilizes Sigma 4-star fabric woven into ripstop. You've got, it's continued similar to the flight suit as well. You've got webbing for the trims. You've got a large fly zip to be able to throw these on pretty rapidly. You've got reinforced belt loops. You've got the flight suit integration system that integrates into the flight suit blouse for aircrew in the back of helicopters. We also have the similar design as the flight suit with a cargo pocket here. It's got dual access from the front and the top with Kevlar mesh lining to continue that ventilation. We also utilize the Cry Precision knee pad system. It's been around for a while, tried and true. We've got an additional pocket up on the top of the thigh here. It works pretty well when you've got something and you've got a harness on, things like that. It sits pretty nicely. Cry Precision's knee pad system it's a great system. Works really well for the aircrew in the back of the aircraft. It's going to alleviate any kind of those strap situations when you're dealing with normal knee pads. It doesn't roll over like a normal one would when you drop a knee in the back of the bird. And then you also have the restraint system on the back. It actually, instead of pulling here and here, it pulls across the entirety of the knee, and it's much more comfortable. You also have a little pocket down here by the calf, similar to that traditional flight suit method. And then we've got a little cuff restraint down there at the bottom, so you can cinch it around the boot if needed. In the back, we've also got a couple of back pockets, and yeah. That is our Hellman Combat pant. Just wanted to give you a little bit of background and history of where we come from and what we really represent here. So about 1999 was when the company started. It was started by a couple of rescue rangers out of Jenny Lake, basically climbing the Tetons, rescuing people. They needed a little bit more capability out of FR due to the fact that they were getting picked up by helicopters after their rescues. And from there, just made his own little fleece jacket. From one thing to another, they started sewing them out of the back of a van. And then from there, about roughly 2003, landed the Army Combat Shirt contract. And we've been in the DoD ever since. So we hold approvals in every branch of the military, depending on from ground units, tanker communities, and aviation. Flight jackets, we're in every platform you can think of out there. Yeah, so pretty much from there, when it comes to capabilities of the company, we have our own design team located out in Ashland, Oregon. We hold everything up there at headquarters. We're very compliant, so everything that we do here is made, sourced, manufactured here in the United States, U.S. territories. And yeah, that's a little bit of history about Massif. All right, guys, thanks for stopping by. Be sure to go check out our website, massif.com. And just know that we serve many agencies, DoD, you name it, we'll be able to facilitate. So reach out with any questions. Be sure to talk to a rep, and we'll get you guys taken care of.
If you like this video and want to support us, check out the MIL-SPEC Monkey Store. Although known for morale patches, we also specialize in a good selection of DIY hardware and tactical accessories.